at the hardware store,
Like
and
always.
like always, like every day pretty much. And walking down the aisle, I saw this air compressor for this deal, 47% off for $210. Coincidentally, my air compressor just died about a week and a half ago when I was building the wooden American flag. So I've been waiting for parts on it to come so I could repair it. And then we find this. How am I supposed to turn that down? How am I supposed to walk away from that? Letty's just laughing. Although she's encouraging me also. Hey Atlas. What's up, buddy? So it is the next day. We have done a lot of shopping online. So of course Amazon and all that, but what I really mean is we buy a lot of used stuff that we find online. We shop through Craigslist and Let Go, and Letty does quite a bit of shopping on Facebook.
Guess what?
What?
We got new fireworks, and we got a scorpion, and a lollipop, and we got fireworks, but it's too windy, but they still work.
Yeah, it's pretty windy. They were trying to light some of the fireworks that we got them, and it's too windy, so
But now
we'll have to do it another
work.
time.
Now they work.
Now they work. One of the projects I've needed to be working on that I've wanted to do for a while.
Dada,
There's a lot of noise and interruptions going on here.
Dada, what is that?
It's an extension cord.
What is that?
See?
What is that?
You plug things in right there. So one of the projects I've had on my to-do list for a long time is to build a workbench, but Letty found a guy here in Safford was selling one on Facebook, and so we went and picked it up yesterday. There's the workbench. It didn't come with the vise. I bought the vise a while back, and I didn't have anywhere to put it. So that's my project this morning. Last night when I bought the compressor that we found for such a good deal, we had gone to Home Depot to get the nuts and bolts to be able to put the vise on the workbench. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I am also going to make a spot for the new compressor right here. I'm just going to cut this shelf back and leave enough space there that I can put the compressor in there. Add some support right here. That's the plan. Well. Okay. Towards me. Right to me. Chicken butt. I am headed back to work tonight. Today is going to be night number 1. Been a pretty awesome week off. We've done a lot. We went camping, went to Tucson, we got a cow. We were pretty busy throughout the week. So headed back to work now though for 7 nights on. So I think that Nayalie just broke her arm. She and Adelise and a friend were out riding horses, and apparently the horses got a little spooked and took off, and Nayalie either got bucked off or fell off or something, but they made it to the house, and it looked like she had a little bit of an extra bump in her left arm just above the wrist. So Letty ran with her to the hospital. I stayed home for a little while, got the kids ready to leave them, and then I have to go into work. So, it'll probably be a couple hours before we really know what's going on, and what the extent of the damage is. It looked like she fell over on her left side. Her left shoulder was pretty banged up, and then her left arm, like I say, just above the wrist, had a bit of a extra curve to it. So I imagine she'll be in a cast for a little while. She was already bummed out. She just started track. She's been looking forward to track all winter long, and it just started last week. So her track career, at least for this year, is probably over. Just leaving work, headed home. We had one flight this morning. We got a call at about 3 o'clock in the morning to go and pick up a guy that was having a heart attack. So we had to take him to Tucson Medical Center. And we just got back a few minutes ago. So I'm headed home now. Go check on Nayalie. I did find out from Letty that she does have a broken arm. She said they put her in like a temporary cast or a sling, and then they've got to go in and make an appointment with a specialist on Wednesday who's going to put a semi-permanent cast on. Who would want a permanent cast? I guess that'll happen Wednesday or so. So I'll go home and see how everybody's doing. So Nayalie, how was your day yesterday?
Great.
Tell us what happened.
I fell off a horse.
You just fell off? You were just riding along and you just fell off?
Yeah, pretty much. No. We were trotting up like a little hill thing, and then we were going to slow down because my horse was tied to another one because my horse isn't trained for solo riding. And something spooked him, and the horses just kind of like took off running. And
like
my saddle.
All three of the horses that you guys were riding, right?
Yeah, like they were like running super fast. And it was the fastest I've ever been on a horse. And my saddle started like tilting over. We didn't put it tight enough, I guess. And I knew I was gonna fall off. So I tried kind of like trying to see if I can grab onto the other horse that was next to my horse, and I fell.
Let's see the damage. A little bit. So got a little bit of a bump on the head. And we're gonna scan out. Yeah, and I guess that goes up onto her scalp.
She have a cut in the head, but you cannot see because I'm here.
Got a nice big old owie on her shoulder. Got a broken arm. Her right arm has got quite a bit of road rash. Her right hand has some road rash.
And a big rash in the hip.
And her left hip has a big old scratch on it. And her knee. Anything else that aches or ails you, Nayalie?
My stomach, I'm hungry.
So she got ice cream for falling off a horse. Why are we rewarding our children for falling off horses?
I think that's wrong with her. That would be wrong.
Anything you want to add, Adley?
Because she's a small person. I was freaking out. That's because the way she fell is her horse was tied up and she fell in between the two horses. And I was actually in the lead, and so when I turned around, she was on her horse, and I was trying to pull back really hard to stop my horse, and when I turned around, she was sliding off the horse, and so I jumped off my horse, and my horse was still running, and I yanked on the reins and made it stop and everything, and we were all freaking out. She was on the ground for a little bit, she couldn't stand up, and then we had to walk her home.
So here are the printouts of Nayalie's x-rays, so you can see the break right in here. And then jagged right there. And then on this one, which is a top-down view like this, I think it's right in here.
Yeah.
Right in there. See how it kind of juts out. I don't think it's supposed to do that. So, well done, Nayalie. If you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right.
Life lived to its fullest.
When we got our new cell phones a few weeks ago, they started paying for their own cell phones. And when they were out there, about, it's probably, what, half mile back there at the back end of the field?
You could see the house from where we were.
But to walk around, it's probably half mile.
Yeah.
They completely forgot they had cell phones in their pockets, and so they walked home, and they didn't bother calling us. Well, I guess that's what you get when your kids are not used to cell phones.
We didn't forget we had it. We had to go find my cell phone because it fell out of my pocket. We picked it up and walked home.
So we were not planning on posting another video this week, but this is kind of a big deal, so we figure we'll probably post it sometime tonight. A little shorter than most of them and not too much action or excitement, but I guess we don't want any more action or excitement than that.
No.
Never.
Not that kind of excited.
So I think
Or
that's it
action.
for this one. Hopefully we'll see you next week.